Have you ever walked into a store, picked up a random product, looked at the price, and thought, why the heck is this toaster 30 bucks more expensive than last year? Well, guess what, champ? It might have nothing to do with inflation, or supply chains, or the phases of the moon. It might just be because the US and China are in a giant economic slap fight. Yep, while you were just trying to live your life, maybe buying socks online, or replacing your phone charger for the 37th time, the two biggest economies in the world were busy playing who can tax who harder. Let's break it down. First of all, what even is a trade war? No, it's not a war with tanks and missiles. It's more like, hey, I don't like the way you do business, so I'm gonna slap a tax on your stuff. So then the other country goes, oh really? Well, I'm gonna tax your stuff. Then it escalates like two toddlers arguing over who gets the last cookie. These taxes are called tariffs. And while they sound like something you can ignore, they're basically stealth ninjas that sneak into the prices of your everyday stuff. Here's how it works. Let's say China makes a phone. That phone costs $100 to make. Normally, it would get shipped to the US and sold for, say, $150 after all the business magic. But now, the US government says, nope, we're adding a 25% tariff on that phone. So the company importing it now pays $125 instead of $100. Do they eat that cost? LOL. No, they just pass it on to you. So now the phone is $175. Congrats, you just paid for part of a political chess game. But why are the US and China fighting in the first place? Short version, they don't trust each other. Long version, the US says China steals intellectual property, manipulates currency, and plays unfair in trade. China says the US is being a big old bully, trying to hold on to power. So instead of sitting down and talking like adults, they just tax each other's exports until everyone's wallet cries. And while all this is happening, you're just trying to buy a microwave that doesn't beep like a truck backing up. Now here's where it hits even harder. So many of the things Americans use every day are either made in China, assembled in China, or rely on Chinese components. Electronics? China. Clothing? China. Toys? Definitely China. Even some American flags? Yeah, also China. The irony is truly delicious. But wait, doesn't this help American companies? Kinda. In theory, tariffs make Chinese goods more expensive, so Americans might buy more US-made stuff. But there's a problem. A lot of US companies use Chinese parts to make their products. So when those parts get more expensive, the final product does too. And again, guess who ends up footing the bill? Yep, it's you again, champ. You ever noticed how suddenly some prices go up for no reason? Like your favorite headphones now cost $30 more but didn't gain any new features? That's trade war residue. Even the food industry feels it. When China gets hit with US tariffs, they retaliate by taxing American goods, especially agriculture. So now American farmers who sell soybeans, pork, or corn to China suddenly see their demand drop. And when farmers hurt, food supply chains get weird. And when food supply chains get weird, you start paying more for bacon. And no one messes with bacon. What about jobs? Well, that's tricky. Some jobs might come back to the US if companies decide it's cheaper to manufacture here than import with tariffs. But creating factories isn't instant. It's not like companies can snap their fingers and boom, 100,000 new jobs in a factory in Idaho. And while they try to figure that out, layoffs can happen. Companies lose profits. Stock markets panic, and your 401k gets nervous. And don't even get me started on small businesses. They're just trying to sell phone cases or LED lights on Etsy. Now suddenly their supplier in China is charging more, shipping is a nightmare, and customers are yelling, why is this $12 now? Because Brenda, we're in a trade war. That's why. So, what's the solution? Look, I'm not a diplomat. I once ate cold pizza for 4 days straight instead of going to the grocery store. But the general idea is countries need to chill out, negotiate better trade agreements, and maybe, just maybe, stop using tariffs like dodgeballs. Because while the big guys throw punches, it's the average person who gets hit with the bill. So next time you wonder why your new sneakers cost $25 more or your laptop is back-ordered for months, just remember, somewhere two governments are staring at each other like it's a spaghetti western. Except instead of guns, it's tariffs. And instead of duels, it's economic spreadsheets. And you're just trying to afford chicken nuggets and Wi-Fi. The end, but not really, because global economics never sleep. Go ahead, like the video if you learned something. Or even if you didn't, and just vibed with the sarcasm. Subscribe if you want more explanations that are 40% facts, 40% jokes, and 20% coping mechanisms. Oh, and if someone ever tells you trade wars don't affect me, just show them a receipt from Walmart.